Hello, campers and RVers. I just stayed at my first KOA, Campgrounds of America. I have never stayed at a KOA before. I've been camping for 5 years now and never stayed at a KOA. As my subscribers know, I do not, and I explained in previous videos why I do not make reservations. But I don't make reservations when I travel, and I was trying to beat the big time storms coming through, and I didn't have any place to stay, and I saw a KOA and decided to pull off the freeway and checked it out, went on inside, and the people that were working there, the gentleman that was working there was super nice, and he told me that they had full hookups. uh, that included electric, water, and sewage, and internet and cable if you wanted all that. And told me pretty much go ahead and park yourself. These are the locations you can park at, and pretty much I could pick the spot that I wanted to park in. So I I was a little taken back because usually they tell you exactly where they want you to park, but since I'm winter camping, there's a lot of availability out there, and it makes it really nice. The little store that I was in, or when you go into the KOA, they have like a little store that sells pretty much anything and everything you can think of as far as camping supplies. So if I needed anything, I could have got it there. But anyways, I went ahead and I gave them my information, and apparently these are franchised owned, the KOAs. They're independently owned by people, and then I guess they buy into the franchise of the KOA, and they are extremely convenient. The one that I stayed at, I was again right off the freeway, and so that made it nice. So once I got to my location where I parked, uh, the full hookups were awesome. I didn't even have to use my Starlink because they had internet service, and it was really nice. I was able to do what I needed to do before going to sleep, and in the morning it was quiet all night long, other than the rain that came through. And they offer classes at these KOAs. They have like billiard rooms. I'm sure they're all different because they're franchise owners that have them. But I have nothing but the best to say about it. I had a very good experience. I'm sure it's different by each one that you go to. And I can't speak enough about the convenience, being able to pull off the road and, within less than a mile from the freeway, being able to set up camp, and then in the morning, being able to get back on the road again. I will say that one thing that I did not use the facilities. They do have facilities at these places with showers and toilets and sinks and all that kind of stuff. But obviously, I always use mine, as I've stated before. That's why I purchased this rig, because it does have a full bathroom and I'm able to cook in here. So I'm not sure about the actual facilities that they had at this location. And this was in the Blue Ridge Mountains, but it was everything else seemed clean, so I'm sure that the facilities were just as nice. I will say that it was a little on the pricey side staying at one of those KOAs, and in fact that's probably the most expensive place I've ever paid to stay at a campsite was a KOA, which I hated to do, but the convenience, I just couldn't beat it. And so what you have to do when you're camping is set aside a certain amount of money when you're traveling in those times when you run into expensive locations that you need to uh, pay for. It was very convenient, like I said, and I paid the money, and off I went. Would I stay at a KOA again? Yes. Uh, Again, it's nice to know that they're out there and they're right off the freeways, and the people seem to be very nice. I believe that they have a certain level of standards that they have to follow, that they go through inspections on a regular basis or maybe a yearly basis. They have people come out and do audits and check things out, make sure everything's up to their KOA standards. So I would definitely stay at one again, and kept that in mind. I will keep that in mind actually for my travels in the future. But I just wanted to share that information with you. Also, they gave me this book. It's actually a directory that came from the KOA, and they said, "Hey, do you want this?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it." And it actually outlines all of the different KOAs throughout the United States. So, it's kind of convenient because sometimes you're on the road and your internet isn't working all that great. But just wanted to share that little bit of piece of information with you. And I, again, have nothing but the best to say about my personal stay. And I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.